Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Bobby. Guys, super viral Armageddon. So pretty much every viral topic at the moment, the red heifer. Israel wants to allegedly sacrifice a red cow to bring forth Armageddon. So pretty much everybody in the Muslim world is talking about the red cow now and how it's supposed to be sacrificed. Moreover, potentially Al-Aqsa Mosque being destroyed. And all of this.
First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Shalom to the whole elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And to you, rib, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom. So this topic here is, been in the works for a while now. The Small Hatters have been talking about rebuilding this third temple for a long time, and it's really moving faster now. You can see what's going on there in the strip, and with the Small Hat conflict with Gaza, right? Ushering a new era and age where this war is not going nowhere. It's gonna get worse. The Small Hatters are trying to expand their borders and then be able to take down the mosque with the rock, the one that they circle all the time, which is, it's not going to be easy for them, for the Small Hatters, because Iran and a bunch of other places, Saudi Arabia, Russia, it's not going to just let that happen, right? They're not just going to, let this happen without a big war. But why is this significant? The third temple is really not significant to us. It's more to them than anything. Our temple is already here, man. This is 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you? You see? These bodies that we are holding are temples, man. And it holds a spirit. All right, this is why we have to take care of our temple. Verse 17, if any man defile the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, because it's not yours, it belongs to the Lord. Right? It says, him shall Yahweh destroy, for the temple of Yahweh is holy, which temple ye are. That's simple, man. But the heathen rage, man, and they wanna make their own righteousness and set themselves up.
Allegedly, yet again, is supposed to usher in the Jewish Messiah. Guys, before we jump into the video, as always, if you enjoy my work, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description.
How fruity did not that Jesus look with long hair?
Texas cow start Armageddon in the Middle East in April 2024? And what does this have to do with Israel's war on Palestine's Gaza? On the 100-day anniversary of Israel's brutal assault on Gaza, Hamas spokesman Abu Ubaidah released a video explaining the motivations behind the group's incursion into Israel on October 7th. Alongside Israel's continued occupation of Palestine, he also mentioned the bringing of red cows into the occupied Palestinian territories. Ubaidah was referring to the plans of numerous right-wing Israeli groups who believe that a red cow must be sacrificed in order for the Jews to progress plans to demolish the Al-Aqsa Mosque and build the fabled Third Temple in its place. It might sound like a conspiracy theory, but hardliner Israeli group the Temple Institute have already purchased and imported 5 red Angus heifers from Texas at a cost of $500,000. They have been grazing in a kibbutz in the occupied West Bank since 2022. with reports that the sacrifice is planned to take place as early as April
So
2024.
insane, man.
The sacrifice of the red heifer has its roots in the Torah and the Talmud, and it is believed that the ritual is necessary to purify the Jews so that they can pray at the Al-Aqsa compound. The sacrifice will reportedly take place on a plot of land on the Mount of Olives facing the Al-Aqsa Mosque. The cow must be completely red, including its hooves, and must be around 3 years old at the time of sacrifice. Following the sacrifice, the ashes of the cow are due to be mixed with water and used to purify selected Jewish priests and their adherents.
I have to stop the video right here because what you can see in the background is quite creepy. They're making hand gestures. If you know anything about occult knowledge, you will recognize those gestures. This guy over here, he's making the horn sign for Lucifer. He's giving you the hand gesture for the horned one, for Satan ultimately. And the other guy right here, he's showing you the pyramid. The pyramid is used by Freemasons and other secret societies. The meaning behind it is an elite group that is on top and is ruling everything. If you know anything about Judaism, of course you would recognize that those people truly believe that they are higher than everybody else, that they are superior, racially speaking, spiritually speaking even. There are certain theories that the Jewish soul is superior and has a divine connection to God that we, Goyim, do not have, and therefore this is a clear display yet again of Jewish.
All right, so now I do agree that the Israelites do have favor over all the other nations in many ways. Matter of fact, let's just touch on a couple, man, just for edification purposes. This is Exodus chapter 19:5. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice and indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a particular treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. That's not the one I wanted, but you get the gist of it. This is Deuteronomy 7. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right, so that is true, man. Right? That is very true. Let's see here. Romans 3:1. What advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit thereof of circumcision? Much in every way, chiefly because that unto them, right, the Israelites, were committed the oracles of Yahweh. See?
Supremacy of Jewish superiority.
Used to purify selected Jewish priests and their adherents. Since occupying East Jerusalem in 1967, right-wing Zionists have long sought to build a third temple in place of the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Exactly
While
right.
initially the goal only of fringe groups such as the Temple Institute, the plan has been mainstreamed in recent years, with groups of settlers regularly storming the Muslim compound and attracting support from numerous politicians and commentators. Temple organizations have even submitted blueprints for the construction of the temple.
And all you have to do is count one and one together. Of course, even if you don't believe in prophecy and you don't believe that this has some sort of spiritual meaning to sacrifice the red cow, just by sacrificing the red cow and then proceeding to destroy Al-Aqsa Mosque, one of the holiest sites within Islam, of course, you will usher in war. You will usher in an end-of-days scenario, if you will. Because up until now, it has been very disappointing, of course, to see that the Muslim world, the Ummah, did not truly stand up for the people of Palestine. Since I reverted to Islam, this has been a huge frustration of mine to see that the big Muslim power.
Not only that, man, right now, the small hatters are restricting people from going to the Dome of the Rock. I don't know if they're going to show it in this video, but it's just wild to me, these Ishmaelites wolfing a lot, but the Lord set up Esau, man, to be on top and to be the whooping stick. So it makes sense why, he's not being touched or ran over right now, because they could easily do that. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord just, uh, remove that hedge from Esau, man, which he eventually will. But the shit that they're getting away with right now, man, it shows you that the Lord's allowing this.
The governments do not truly help out. However, if, God forbid, of course, Al-Aqsa Mosque is destroyed, then quite literally all hell would break loose, of course. Then the governments would have to stand up, and all the Muslims around the globe would have to get up as well, and this would then inevitably lead to a war. So yet again, even if you don't believe in a prophecy, this then in turn would of course be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And compared to the ornaments it will hold. Last year, during the month of Ramadan, a temple movement activist was arrested after he and a group of Jewish extremists attempted to bring a goat into the Al-Aqsa compound for a ritual sacrifice. The decades-long Israeli excavations under the Al-Aqsa Mosque have also been condemned by international archaeologists and denounced by numerous authorities who say they are a means of weakening the foundations of the mosque to facilitate its demolition. If Israel were to attempt to demolish the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, it would trigger outrage across the Arab and Muslim world.
Of course.
However, even if these right-wing Jewish groups are unable to proceed with the demolition, many fear that the sacrifice itself could embolden Jewish extremists to occupy the mosque and further restrict the rights of Palestinians to access the holy site.
Alright, this was somewhat of a mainstream report, if you will. This came from TRT World. Now we're going to check out the Merciful Servant for deeper insight.
In September 2022, 5 red heifers were flown from the state of Texas into the occupied lands. They paid around $100,000 for each cow.
Some time ago.
Since last year, one of these cows have been disqualified, but the other 4 cows continue to be suitable candidates for the sacrifice. To better understand what this ritual is, we must look at what is stated in their scripture regarding it. In the book of Numbers chapter 19, it is stated that,
"And the Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, that they bring you a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke.
Yes.
And you shall give her to Eleazar the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp. And one shall slay her before his face, and Eleazar the priest shall take of her blood with his finger, and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle of the congregation 7 times. And one shall burn the heifer in his sight, her skin, and her flesh, and her blood, with her dung, shall he burn. And the priest shall take cedar wood, and hyssop, and scarlet, and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer."
That's so hilarious. A little side tangent here, but I have to think about Christians and how they proclaim, oh, we're in continuity with the Old Testament. Yeah, are you truly? The Old Testament is obviously Jewish. So the Jews
female bovine which has never been pregnant or milked
in that sense means. However, yet again, if you really want to be in continuity with that scripture, you should keep on sacrificing animals at the altar.
The red heifer is a female bovine which has never been pregnant or milked or yoked, also known as the red cow.
Yeah,
it was brought to the priests as a sacrifice according to the Torah, and its ashes were used for ritual purification. According to their rabbis, since the time of Moses, only 9 red heifers have been sacrificed. The last time one was sacrificed was just before the Second Temple was destroyed by the Romans on the Mount of Olives opposite to the Temple Mount. According to their rabbis, when the 10th cow is to be sacrificed, they will enter into the age of Dajjal. But to them, he will be their awaited Messiah.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't call him Dajjal.
The Temple Institute is preparing for this event to take place soon. After the sacrifice takes place, you will see an unprovoked attack against Al-Aqsa like never before. Their intentions are utter destruction, to the point in which they can commence building the Temple of Dajjal on top of the ruins of Al-Aqsa. They believe once the 3rd temple is completed, it will speed up the coming of their Messiah, known to Muslims as the Dajjal, who will deceive the entire world, except those who have true faith in their Creator. The true believers will see through the deception and lies and will not be manipulated. It is clear that the end times are getting closer, and the solution is to connect with our Creator unlike ever before, once the connection is established.
Y'all get the gist of it, man. Small Hatters is trying to bring their Messiah in, right? We got a lot of things moving, a lot of things, falling into its places, man, for where it be the mark of the beast, the third woe, Amalek's third temple that's going to, stir the beast nest. A lot going on right now, man. This is definitely a year to see. All right, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom. To the hopeful elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity. To you, ribs, to you sisters out there, learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.